Hey, good evening, everybody. Welcome back to the Brothers-in-law. First off, let me uh, go ahead and say I'm apologizing because my voice is a little rough. Feel like I'm getting ready to try to catch me in one of these little colds going around here. My grandkids been sick over the last few days, so I think it's my turn now. But show must go on. So, welcome everybody to the Brothers-in-law. And on this channel, we discuss police-involved incidents that occur around the country. And Mike and I give our analysis on the actions of the police officers to see if they're, what a reasonable officer would do. We created an acronym called CALM, which stands for comply, answer questions, listen, and move on. And we talk about the actions of that citizen. If he had followed that or she had followed that acronym of CALM, whether the situation had turned out differently, right? Now you may agree or disagree with us, but that's all right. Uh, you know, we're not here, bashing, police, but we will say if the police were bad, obviously, or disrespecting the citizens for what they've done. All right, it's just, hey, how could this situation have turned out differently? All right, because at the end of the day, Mike, it's everybody's goal to go home safely. The officer needs to go home safely, and the citizen needs to go home safely. But we all know, right? It always don't end up that way. So, my name is Corey, like I said at the beginning, and I'm a former Virginia State Trooper and a retired Navy Chief Petty Officer. And my co-host is Mr. Michael Bradley. Welcome, my brother.
What's going on, Brad?
Uh-oh.
26 years, and I'm also a Army vet of 6 years. So welcome back. Good to see you, Tom. Good to see you, Delando. I see you on here. We got a light one today. You know what I'm saying? It ain't that heavy, but it is a common call. I've been on calls like this, several times. So it's a common call, and we're gonna look at it. This happened in Chicago here in May, I think it was, and it's a common call, but very lighthearted. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna take a look at it.
Yeah, and then as always, go ahead and hit that like, share, and subscribe button for us. If you're new to the channel and you like the content that you're about to see or watched us in previous videos, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button for us. Uh, and let's get into it.
All right, here we go. Let's set it up here. So these officers get a call of some kind of disturbance. A guy comes to McDonald's who was at one time obviously employee of McDonald's, and he wants his check. So he comes to McDonald's thinking that's where he's going to get his check. And that's where it takes up from. So we're going to start from that point when the officers get on scene. Here we go.
At 8 a.m. on a Sunday, an officer was dispatched to a McDonald's regarding a disturbance. These are the events that followed.
Hello. How are you? Somebody call? Hello.
So, I already explained to her. We get paid on the floor.
She doesn't know why I'm even here. Okay.
I know you're here for
Why are
a
you
different
here?
check.
Okay. So while I'm here, I spoke to Jose. That's the store manager, right? That's the guy that hired me. I got hired 2 weeks ago. He told me a week ago that I can pick up my check Sunday the 19th. That's when we get paid. I asked him, can I come in on Sunday the 19th? Will my check be here? He said, yes. That's the day we get paid, the 4th and the 19th. Is that correct? Yes or no? She's telling me to come back tomorrow. I don't believe that. He told me I can come in today. She's refusing to give me my money that I work for. Is he here?
Oh, he's not here.
Will he be here today?
No, he's off on Sunday.
Okay.
I
need my money. Because he told me that's a store manager. They had it back there. He told me to come back.
Sir, I can look back there. I can show you. We don't have any pay stubs. We don't have any.
So why would you tell me that then? Why would you tell me that?
We get paid on the 4th and the 19th. But since you're
The 19th is a Sunday.
It's a Sunday. It's not open.
That doesn't make no sense. So why would he tell me to come back on the 19th? If you guys not gonna have it, why did you say come back? Sunday. Why would a store manager know that? But that's neither here nor there. That's what he told me. That's what I was heard last. I came to pick up my check. Here's who told you wrong. So. So if they don't have it, what's your name? Oh, you're not gonna get your money today because they don't have this. All right. They need you to leave. What's your name, man? Hey, I got you, bro. Don't worry, you ain't safe, bro. I got you. What time you up? Go. What time you up? Get out. Oh, you are racist ass. I'm racist for what? Because I'm telling you to leave because they want you to leave? Oh, I got you too. Hit the brakes. Hit the brakes. Hold on. I got you. Oh, so you leave off the premises that I worked at, and they owe me money, right? You no longer work here, correct? No. Okay, they want you to leave. No. If you don't leave, you're trespassing. So go. Do something I did. Go. Do something I did. Time to go. Do something. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go. I gotta go nowhere. You gotta get off the property. I want my money. All right. If you don't get off the property, they call you sergeant. Brother. No, get off the property. No, I don't know where the sergeant department talk. I want your sergeant. Go to the police department. They're all busy. Go to the police department talk. If I ask, you're a public servant, bro. Don't talk to me. I'm done talking to me. I don't answer me. Go to the police department. If I ask you a request for a sergeant, I'm not done talking. They're all busy right now. How do you know that? Because I'm listening to the radio. Time to go. Time to go.
Hey, stop it, Mike.
All right.
Question for you. Now, this might be something that a lot of people may or may not know, but is it a standard practice for citizens to ask for a sergeant to come out on scene?
Good question. You know what I'm saying? Just because you ask for a supervisor, that's fine. You know what I'm saying? But a supervisor may or may not be available. You need to understand that. And it's not requirement, depending on what department policy says. Let's start there. It's not a requirement that a supervisor comes out on scene every chance a citizen requests them. You know what I'm saying? Talk to me. I'm telling you what to do. Either you do it or you get arrested. Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? You may not have the luxury core of the supervisor coming on demand. You know what I'm saying? That's just not realistic.
Right. I can tell you for us, the state police. Now, this is while I was there. I'm pretty sure not a little has changed. I'll say that as far as what they come out to now, but our supervisors weren't coming out. The only way they were coming out if it was a fatality or there was a active shooting that had taken place on the interstate. Other than that, you go to the office and voice your concerns. You had a complaint, you didn't like something, trooper might have said. You'll get a business card, or you'll get something written down on the 3x5 card, telephone number with the sergeant's name and number on it, and that's what you get. Because you're right, because the call volumes are too high. They got to sit back and run the office as well to be coming out on scene every time a citizen wants to request one. But I just found it interesting too. As he's walking out the door, he automatically called and told you like this. He automatically throws the race card out there. I'm like, dude, this guy didn't even say anything or do anything in racist. You automatically throw the race card out there. Just get out. I mean, that's all you need to do. Just get out and leave. This guy was not making the situation any better.
Right. And as an officer, you think in your head, about to have a problem. You was fine at first. When you explained why you were there, you were fine. But once I explained to you that, look, your check is not here, they're not going to give you the check no matter how long you stay here, okay? It is
froze up, Mike.
You would get your check until Monday. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows that. You know what I'm saying? And on top of that, they want you to leave. Now, at this point, as a citizen, all you got to do is leave. You call them tomorrow, Monday, and you say, hey, you figure out the check deal later. What you don't want to do is stay there after they told you to leave. Yes, folks, McDonald's, that's private property. If they tell you to leave, any representative for McDonald's tell you to leave, you have to leave. That's trespassing if you don't. Okay.
Yeah, that's trespassing. Tom said he think the officer was rude, telling him to hit the bricks. Uh,
He may have been. He may have been on. You know what
I
I'm saying?
mean, could he use better
Is that
choices
the
than
end
Price?
all of all? I
No,
wouldn't say that end all of all. He may
no.
have
I
been
mean, that
rude.
ain't no reason to throw the. Oh, now you racist. Ain't no reason to throw the race card out there.
Still, that doesn't change the situation, though. You know what I'm saying?
No, it
He
don't
might have
change.
been rude, but it something tells me this guy was going to do what he was going to do regardless. You know what I'm
Anyway,
saying? He might have said something questionable, something that you know was unprofessional, if you want to say that. But look, you're dealing with people who might be unprofessional with you from the get-go. You being, what's the word? Defiant right out the gate because you ain't leaving. You standing there waiting like as if everything's supposed to freeze as if you decide to stay there. You know what I'm saying?
right.
No, we told you to leave. You have to hold up this situation at this point because you will speak to your supervisor. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to stay on the property because you asked for a supervisor. The supervisor going to tell you the same thing that I just showed you.
Right.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
he got right. It's nothing. Nothing is going to change once the officers made that determination of what you're going to do. 9 times out of 10, the supervisor is not going to undo it
Right.
unless
Nine
unless
times out of 10.
yeah
Unless
not,
it's something crazy where I mean, it would have to be something that it was a serious thing where the supervisor gets there and he saves the officer by saying that's not our policy or something. It reminds him or something like that. But other than that, you basically gonna end up having to do the same thing. You know what I'm saying? If just because the supervisor comes out there doesn't mean the supervisor is going to make a different call than you. You know what I'm saying? 9 times out of 10, they're not. You just don't like what that officer is saying. That's all.
I think now at this point from he's just going to be confrontational for no reason because he didn't get dude. You only worked there 2 weeks and you got fired for whatever reason. You're not working there anymore. And it just feels I don't know. Maybe the guy told him to come there on Sunday. Maybe the guy lost track of his days and thought it was a Saturday or whatever. But
Right.
he now knows he's not getting a check. So sticking to the calm acronym at this point. That hey man, just leave.
Right. Once the cops are there, what you
Yeah,
gonna do? You already know you ain't gonna get your check today. Okay.
right.
Now
They
you
didn't
can
go.
stand there and what? Do what exactly? Is that gonna all of a sudden make your check be available to you just like that, pop out of nowhere or something? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you might as well leave and take care of this issue on Monday. You know what I'm saying? Because you ain't getting nothing done today.
No.
As a
And
citizen, you need to realize well, I ain't gonna make any progress here. You know what I'm saying? So before I get arrested, I
or
might as well leave.
I think too, if the shift manager or whoever the lady was in there that he was talking to, she could have simply called the guy he was referring to and say, "Hey, such and such is here to pick up his check. Is it here?" And then allow that manager, whoever, say yes, it's there. Do this. Give it to him. Could have been done. I think she could have probably done it. Maybe she just didn't like this guy or whatever, and she just opted out to just go ahead and call the police. But we don't know. We're Monday morning quarterbacking.
Right.
But I think
Yeah.
it could have probably stopped had she just took the extra effort and just called the store manager and found out, what's going on. Maybe, like I said, he got the days mixed up, told him that, and he might have left. But we'll never know that. This is where we are now. This is
Right.
what we have to go with. Now,
Right.
could the officer probably suggested that? He probably could. Hey, well, you mind getting the guy on the phone to see what's up with his check? That's
Yeah.
probably something I would have done. I probably would have done that, Mike. Honestly, I was like, hey, is there a way you can get the store manager on the phone and find out, if his check is here? To kind of go ahead and smooth it out, get this guy. Because what's my objective as the officer, Mike? My objective is to get this guy out of here.
Right.
Whether
True, true that.
whether he gets his check or not, right?
I can get down with that.
You know what I mean? If I can get some type of resolution to this guy, maybe the guy say, "Hey, my bad. I should have told you come back on Monday, not Saturday." He'd be like, "All right, cool. I just come back up here tomorrow. You gonna be," and it's done and over with, right? I think even as that's why I always say everything goes both ways. Citizens, I mean, we gotta handle things, try to de-escalate things before they become a real problem. And I think this is, maybe the officer could have done that.
Yeah, he could have. I agree. He could have tried to do that. Or the employee could have tried to do that. You know what I'm saying? But let's assume that it's Sunday. The guy that he was dealing with is off, so there's no guarantee that he would get in touch. She would get in touch with him. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know what people do on their day off. You know what I'm saying? So there's no requirement that she does that. But yeah, I can get down with that. You could have at least tried. You know what I'm saying?
Well, and this is where we are now. Okay, we're Monday morning quarterbacking this. We are where we are at this point. The guy didn't get his check, and now we worked his way outside. So,
all right,
let's roll.
Here we go.
Are you gonna leave or not? You want to sign complaints for trespassing if he doesn't leave? You want to sign complaints for trespassing if he doesn't leave? Okay. I want to talk to him so he can. Okay. Well, if you don't leave, you're going to get cited for trespassing. I don't care about you leaving me. And then if you still don't leave, you're going to get arrested. You too. No. I'm gonna. That's a tire. I'm done talking to him, right? That's a tire right there. See? Okay. Now you're off the property. That's all I'm concerned about. Have a good one. You have a good one too. You have a good one too. Go now. So you were talking to. Anyway, I'm sorry. You show us how I want to chill.
Again, he making something bigger than it didn't have to be. All you had to do was leave. That's all you had to do. Keep in mind, he explained his story to the second officer as if the second officer is going to do something different. You know what I'm saying? We don't have your check. We ain't going to make your check appear. Okay? So here we go.
Call the manager and make arrangements with the manager. Okay, well, not my problem, is it? Okay. I don't know who to find out. I don't know if we or not. Okay. If he doesn't leave, she will sign a complaint. I was born here. Oh, okay. The shit ain't gonna last forever, bro. What's not gonna last? What's not gonna last forever? Power? What power? Your power? My power? Yeah. Well, yeah, I'll retire. I'll retire someday. Yeah. But right now I'm doing my job, and you need to leave. What's your job? Law enforcement. What is that? We just have a debate. Are you gonna leave? Do I have to cite you, or are you gonna leave? Bro, I'm not on the property, man. Okay. How are you doing, sir? How are you? I'm good. So you're not gonna get. What's your bag number, man? 4890. Can I get your card? No. Why not? I don't have a card on me. I don't like the sergeant there.
Okay, go to the police department and talk to
I
him.
have to go nowhere.
Okay.
I don't have to go nowhere if I ask for a sergeant. You're not supposed to give it to me.
Dave, no. Or backtrack. You can go talk to them at the police department. They're busy right now.
Yeah, man. Dave, you a real, you know that?
Am I?
You a, you really are. And your kids are.
Did you used to live on that
Your
circle?
kids, of course.
Kids.
I used to live on Jefferson too. I used to stay in Wheeling too. I don't give you know
Your mom
anything
kicked you.
about
Your mom kicked you out, right?
Yeah, I don't know what does that have to do with anything. Your kids are crazy, just like you, bro. I just want him to know. I just want him to know that he's like, man, he touched me. You touched me over there. Did you not touch me?
I did because I was when you escorting you out of the.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. That's cool. That's cool.
We're gonna go.
What kind of car is that?
A black one. Yeah. I know. I'm sure they do. I'm sure they do. I'm not married, dickhead.
Now, Corey, okay, he called him a D-head. You know, that don't help the situation either. Remember, as an officer, your objective is to get this guy to leave. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Not to egg him on, not to say things, you know, ultimately it's going to be offensive or something. But this guy doesn't look like he's delicate. Okay. So he's talking mess to the officer. The officer ain't doing nothing but talking mess back. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Should he be talking like that? Probably not. Okay. But it doesn't change the situation.
Yeah, but you know, Mike, I give a little here and there because you know when you in situations like this, you know, as an officer in your mind, it's like, dude, just get the blankety blank out of here. What the
Right.
You know what I mean?
Just leave.
Like, come
Just
on,
leave,
dude.
guy.
Now, you know, and this is where the officer has to pull that professionalism, and just like, all right, let me just bite my tongue. Let this dude say what he want because, you know, if I say what I want to say, it's really gonna piss him off. But you know, you get these types of citizens that really just try to irk your very last nerve, and
Yeah.
and want to
They want to drag that out of you. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
because what they're doing is trying to get their 15 minutes of fame. Right now, they got you now. Yeah, you're fighting whatever, and you know now they're thinking lawsuit. So you know, yeah, I get it. I take what the I take the language with a little grain of salt because hey, they're humans too, and their emotions can oftentimes get the best of them too.
Yeah.
Especially when you're dealing with knuckleheads like this.
Right. Right. All right, here we go. It gets worse, folks. And here we go. Okay, so obviously he came back. He walked back to McDonald's. Okay. All he had to do was leave, folks. Go home. You know what I'm saying? Go. I don't care what they say, Corey. I don't care where you go, but you got to get
the hell up out of here.
Obviously, he didn't do that. Now the officers have to take it to another level. Here we go.
You're under arrest. You're under arrest. I got it right.
And Corey, this is why the officers have to do their due diligence because you can't just assume this guy is going to leave. Look what happened. He came back. So luckily, these officers didn't just drive off before he left. We got to wait until he actually leaves the property, okay, and look like he's going somewhere. You know what I'm saying? All he had to do was leave. You know what I'm saying? But look what happened. If they didn't do the due diligence, they would have been called back there and had another problem because this guy came back.
Yeah, I mean, he brought this all on himself.
Yeah.
And that you're right, because if they didn't do their due diligence, you know, then what? Then he really could have been and tore the whole place up.
Even worse. I mean, you have to think of the possibilities. What if he had a gun or something in that backpack and he came
Right.
back and shot the place up? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Then what they gonna say? The
And this
officer,
also shows that he wanted to be confrontational.
right,
He wanted to stir up something.
right.
So my thing was it really about the check then?
True. You know what I'm saying? He didn't care if he was being arrested. He didn't care. You know what I'm saying? Here we
No,
go.
he did.
That's where cops go wrong. I ain't worried about a couple hours. You will. Am I tripping? Your plane comes back. Wait, get my phone. Get my phone. We'll get it when we're ready. Okay. I can't wait, man. When do you think pigs will fly? When we get wings. I know. Well, you'll be the first one. Yep. I'm not gonna add no more charges, man. I just can't wait till the next car might be. You be there, bro. I hope so. I'm gonna ask you a question. Okay. You tried, right? Come on. No, you told to leave, bro. I'm gonna get my revenge, man. Don't worry. You can get revenge? Yeah. Don't worry. All right. I'm gonna get revenge. I promise you. Yeah.
What's good, Blackjack?
What's up? I'm black. I'm black. You heard me? Any weapons on him? Yeah. Oh, one. I do. I got a weapon on me.
And this is why officers got to search you thoroughly before putting you in a car. You hear what he said? I got a weapon on me. You know what I'm saying? He might have been sarcastic. He might have been playing around, but you can't take that stuff for granted. You have to always search and make sure they ain't got nothing on them that you can find.
And keep in mind, if you get down to lockup and you have contraband on you or another weapon on you, that's going to be an additional charge.
Yeah.
At least here in the good Commonwealth it is.
Yeah, it is too. Here too. You know what I'm saying? We supposed to catch that. You know what I'm saying?
Right. We're supposed to catch that, but
the jail will tell you there have been plenty of times when officers didn't catch a knife or a pistol. A lady had a pistol underneath her breast once. Her breasts were very big, and she had a pistol concealed underneath her breast once, where her breast, the weight of her breast, was holding the pistol in place. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Officers missed it. You know what I'm saying? And she got it in jail. You know, stuff like that can happen.
Yeah.
Why are you doing all that for? I have to stand against this one. Hurry up, man. So I get to the station. Bro, I don't care. You got body cam on you? I do. Good. You should be arrested. All right. Thank you. But right now, you're arrested. Boy. Get my. Put your leg in. Get my. We'll get one already. Get my. What? Get my. Put your leg in. Put your stuff in and we will get it. Get my. Bro. You'll be picked up. Get my. Bro, I don't care about no suit, bro. Get my. Get my. Get my. Get it. You feed it. Suck a dick. A black one at that. You feed it. Put your feet in, buddy. Get my. Put your feet in. Get my.
Will be picked up.
Get my shit. Like I said, get my shit. Like I said, we could be here all day. Get my shit. Get my shit. Get my shit. What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? Get my, like I said, get my break up.
And this is how small stuff turns into big stuff. You know what I'm saying? He is being defiant, don't want to get into the car. Officers are not going to play with you. You know what I'm saying? If they need to use force, they use force. And it may not be pretty. You know, some officers may use more force than other officers. And, you know, so you need to understand that. This guy is intentionally keeping his feet outside the vehicle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's definitely trying to be, well, not trying. He definitely is being controversial. At this point, I mean, you utilize the tools now that you have around your waist as an officer. All right, so you know you kicking and everything. Now this is resisting.
Yeah, that
and,
was the next question to our
and,
viewers. Is this what resisting looks like? Is this a form of resisting? Yeah, sure is.
and then here's the second part of your question to ask our viewers: what force, if any, would you use or would be justified in using?
Yeah,
All right?
the guy
He's
wants
not
something as
getting in there.
silly as him not getting his legs into the car so you
Right,
can't close the door.
right.
What
He's not
force is
getting in
necessary?
there. What force now could you use? You're not he's not getting in there by you just using your hands.
Right.
What else can you do?
Yeah,
Drop,
to our
drop
viewers,
a comment down
you know,
below.
what would you do? Yeah, that's a good question. What would you do to get him into that car? You know what I'm saying? You're not going to stay there forever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He's resisting because he's fighting you and stopping you from pulling him into the car. What would
Yeah.
you do?
Right. So you've if you've been following us, you know, Mike and I, we talk about paying compliance. What things can you do now? You know, as an officer, you also get some type of training in pressure points, right? You can utilize those. Uh,
Sometimes they work, sometimes they don't.
sometimes they work, sometimes they don't work. Exactly. You can use that. You can start off with that. That's not working, right? Now we escalate. Now, okay, got to get this guy in the car because he doesn't. Then you know either he's going to get hurt or I'm gonna get hurt, and I'm not going to get hurt. So what do I have to do to get this guy in the car? Could you OC spray right now? Question. Put your
He's
answer down in the
resisting.
comments.
You know what I'm
Could
saying?
you use your OC spray right now? Could you use
Or
it? Could you
even
use
better
it?
yet, Corey,
Huh?
even better yet, could you punch him? Could you punch him? Rib shot, something like that. Could you punch him to get him in the car if he is resisting? Some departments would say, yeah, it would be within their policy to get him in the car by using whatever force is necessary.
Right. Tone says ankle shackles. Yeah, but sometimes
Yeah, you
you,
could
you,
try that.
we didn't have ankle shackles.
We didn't either, not
So
regularly.
what else you gonna use? You know, we don't have it, and you're talking the ankle shackles that they have in the jails. Uh,
And not only that, ankle shackles work when you are able to secure his legs from moving all over the place. If he kicking you and stuff like that, well, you don't want to be down there by his feet for him to kick you in the face. You know what I'm saying? So ankle shackles work if you are able to pin him down enough to get his legs to stay still.
all right,
Easier
so
said than done.
so Goat says no OC spray in the car, and Blackjack 3 says yes. Oops, I got him backwards. Yes
Yes,
to
the
spray.
spray.
You can OC spray somebody in the car. I have done that. In the back. Well, we carry them in the front seat. So yeah, you acting like that, or I've sprayed that individual in the front seat with OC spray. Yeah, OC spray. I would hit him with OC spray and close the door, and let it marinate on.
Yeah.
Then
Now us, some officers carried OCC spray, some officers didn't. Once
That's
we got tasers, we didn't carry OC spray if you carried a taser. Not that you couldn't carry OC spray, but we typically did not carry OC spray if we had a taser. You know what I'm saying? So, could you tase him? You could. You know what I'm saying? If he's resisting.
Yeah, you got to drive the car, but you have the windows down. It's not gonna bother because you ain't get it on your person. You'll do a wipe down real quick before you get in your car to drive off, but it ain't gonna affect you for OCC spraying in the car. You're gonna do what you have to do in order to get that individual detained properly. He's not properly detained. Yes, he's in handcuff, but he's resisting now. And remember, you gotta be worn up. We carried OC spray. We didn't have tasers. Would have been wrong for him to get tased at this point, Mike.
No, he could get tased if you tried to tell him to get his legs in there and nothing is working, and you have a taser as an option. You could. Now, depending on what your department policy says, I always want to say that because some departments' policies are different than others. But
right.
You could. You know what I'm saying? What if spray don't work? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, good question. What if spray don't work? Then what's next? Wait for another officer to show up, and someone goes around the other side and pulls them in. That would probably be the best way. I know there's another officer there because it was two of them there. So I'm not sure we have to play the rest of the video that the guy shows up or not. To help him. But if he by himself trying to get
what we did. Car, one officer pulled your upper body into the car while the other officer is making sure he don't get kicked, but he's making sure your feet clear that door before he closes it. You know what I'm saying? But when you fighting, Corey, all bets are off. When you resisting like that, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to get you in there whatever way I can. You know what I'm saying? So, it just depends on what you're doing. You ain't going to sit there and wait all day for him to decide because clearly he ain't deciding.
getting them in within department policy.
Right.
Is right. Because if we went by any means necessary, who knows how he would have got in there, right?
All right, let's keep it going.
Break it. Close the door and I put two while you at it. Get my like I said. What's wrong with you? Break something.
This is a good point right here. What if, Corey, what if something happens to get broke? What if they accidentally break his foot or something? Could they be held liable for that? You know what I'm saying? Well, anybody can be sued in court, okay? But look, is he helping that cause by if his foot gets broken? Yeah, he's helping that.
Yeah, it happened because of his actions.
Right. I had to use force because of his actions. You know what I'm saying? So here you go.
Right, I'm going straight to Edwards. Yeah, I'm going straight to Edwards. What are you talking about? Break something. Do it. Put your feet in and we will pick your stuff up. I'm choosing my Fifth Amendment right now. All right, then keep quiet. Put your feet in and then we'll get your stuff. Is there somebody bring the van out there? I'll go out there.
Now, do you think this is somebody who wants to fight with the police? Yeah. It's not about no paycheck. It's about being defiant with the police because that's what he wants to do. He ain't got nothing else to do today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He already mad.
Hey, Mike, all this for a check?
Right. All this for a simple check? A McDonald's check? Come on, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Did he just give up trying to get him in?
He was able to get the seatbelt on him, so I don't know. Let's see. Okay, I'll spit on you. Then you put a spit mask on him right now, Corey. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? You're already threatening to spit on me. So I'm putting a spit mask on you. This could be a comfortable ride, or this could be a very uncomfortable ride. You know what I'm saying?
You stupid. You run forever, you dumb. You're stupid. You're stupid. You dumb. Nobody like you. What don't you understand? Nobody.
Here's a question for our viewers. Do you think this guy might have some type of mental health issues?
He could have, or he might just be angry and want to take it out on the cops. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't get his check. He had to be trespassed from the property. He wouldn't be trespassed for the property. He's arrested now. You know what I'm saying? So he could just be mad, Corey. He could just be mad and want to take it out on everybody else.
Which everybody else but he is.
Who likes you, bro? I'm sure they do. I'm sure somewhere. I like you. Stupid, tyrant. Tyrant, stupid. Got more education than you. What? Are you just a high school? What? Diploma? Stupid, bro. Stupid. Dumb.
I don't know what they're waiting on at this point. They're waiting on something. So let's see.
Maybe a paddy wagon.
Oh yeah, that's right. He did call for the van.
I'm a toy with you, bro. Like what? Tiddlywinks? No, you gonna see. I hope you get called out, bro. You just a racist, bro. You're just a racist, bro. You're a stupid prejudice. Crack.
Yeah, Delano, you definitely need that check to pay for his legal fees.
It's reverse psychology. You're the one doing it. You're the one. Double speaking, bro. I'm not stupid, bro. I just hope you feel good, bro. What you do?
And apparently, Mike, they know this guy too, because you remember early in the conversation,
yeah,
knew that he got kicked. His mama kicked him out the house. So
yep,
he got problems.
I put this on everything I love. If you didn't have all that gadgets and equipment, you would not be the same person. You'd be a coward, bro. That's what you are. That's what you're known for. A coward, and you smile because you know it's the truth. You're a coward, bro. You really are. You're a coward. And I hope you know that. You have a license to kill, bro. A real threat doesn't need a license. They're a threat. Because you need to establish that threat. That you have a license to kill.
And at this point, Corey, I'm just letting him ramble. You know what I'm saying?
Just let him run.
Let him ramble. If that makes him feel better to talk that much and say all that stuff, well, so be it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just letting him ramble.
Here's the thing with that, Mike, and I like to let our viewers know this too. These body cam videos, they get turned in to the DA, or here in Virginia we call Commonwealth Attorney's Office, and this will get presented to the judge in court. So you're right, Mike. At this point, I'm just gonna let you run your mouth, and then when the judge sees this, then you explain to him or her, why you were acting in this manner. Right. And clearly the judge is going to see, yeah, you the one that's acting a fool.
Yeah. Here we go.
Well, I want you to know that. You really are. You're, bro. And I hope your father is like, I hope he's proud of you, man. Whether he's here or not. He raised it. He really did. And it's in your bloodline.
This dude is mad, got so many problems within himself. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is.
Feel like you're a man enough. I mean, then we'll go from there.
Trespassing, left the property, came back on, and he was disobeying him. He's like, wow, no, I just want to.
I would like a sergeant.
Here you
I'm
go.
right here. Oh yeah, excuse me, sir. So I came to pick up my check. This is neither here nor there. I'm just saying why I'm here. I came to pick up my check. I talked to my store manager, the one that hired me a week ago. He told me to come here on the 19th, Sunday, to pick up my check. I came. The lady that I ended up walking out on, she's in there. She said you can't pick it up till tomorrow. Okay. So I said, okay, well, can I speak to the store manager? He's not here, this and that. I don't know why the store manager would tell me to come up here on the 19th. She's not the store manager. So then Lisnick comes on the scene. He's trying to force me to move out the property. He said, hey, they want you trespass. I get off the property. He was right here. I was like, I'm going to go use the restroom. Oh, write him a ticket. So how does the ticket go from me trying to go use the restroom to me being a
You're just not supposed to be here. That's about it. Okay. It's like the management. That's not our fault. Okay. That's their fault. So he's going to give you a ticket for that. Okay. And I don't know that that must have.
What happened? What happened between the phone and voice?
He doesn't want to identify himself.
See, that's like cop shit talking about. That's like cop shit talking about. That came later. Me failing to identify, that came later. I was in handcuffs after he.
Well, that's how. It sounds like that's how. That's
I know.
how we got here.
Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you. Don't worry.
So he was about to get a ticket. He's telling him, "Yeah, I'm just gonna go." He's like, "No, go ahead." So I just want to use the bathroom. So then, next thing I know, he's tussling with.
Oh, I'm tussling. I'm tussling with you.
Yeah, we went to grab you.
Okay. So I think you slammed me up against the window, both of you guys.
We put you up on the hood.
Right.
To get
Could
your
be
handcuffs.
slammed. It's the same. Okay.
No, it's not the same.
Okay.
Yeah, so I deactivated battery
He
too.
looks at him.
I want to get in, trying to get his legs in, just me and me while he's doing that.
I almost finished here, folks.
Come on.
They got 2 pairs of pants on. They still resisting not going in.
Right. We didn't have vans like that when I was.
No, we didn't either.
We didn't have that. So you had to get to the car. If you wasn't getting to the car, we gonna make you get to the car.
Was that illegal? Was that illegal, sir? All that trying to get me arrested, go to the county? That wasn't legal? Conspiring? Illegal charges? Or stretching the charges? That's not illegal? Okay, that's good. But were you trying to get me to go to the county? Trying to conspire, right?
I placed your 400 against the wall. 400 against the wall.
I can't do that.
He faces charges of battery, resisting an officer, and disorderly conduct.
And that's
Thanks
it.
for watching. Be sure to subscribe for more videos like this.
All this for
A check.
a check.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
You doing
granted,
it.
he probably needed that check.
Yeah,
Okay.
he definitely needed that check. I mean,
But
heck,
but
I
come
mean,
on.
you know, it probably we worth getting if you was only there for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? I ain't
Right.
like, why drag yourself through all this? Like, once he came back, it was game on. Like, it should not have happened.
Right.
This
Folks,
guy-
if the cops get there and they tell you, well, you have to leave, just leave, just go home. We don't want to deal with you. We don't want to have to arrest you for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Not if we don't have to. Just go home, leave. Don't care where you go, but you got to get the hell up out of here.
Right.
You know what I'm
No,
saying?
it didn't take 5 cops. Those other guys just showed up afterwards. It was only this gentleman here that's still up on screen, and the other was only two uh, true arresting officers, and the one other officer was a supervisor, and there was a black guy in the background who seemed that they just rolled up. And that's common, you just roll up to assist if you can or see what's going on. But no, it wasn't 5 hands on this guy. It was only 2 officers that are actually involved in getting him arrested.
Yeah. In many cases, don't get caught up in how many officers were there, because in many cases, there could be officers who happen to be in the area and just decide like they want to stop by and see what's going on. You figure you got one officer that's arresting officer, you got another officer that's probably a cover officer. So you're gonna have at minimum 2 officers. You know what I'm saying? The third
Right.
officer might have been a supervisor.
Right.
So sergeant. So that's 3 officers. And if you ride 2 to a car, Corey, well, that could be as much as 4 officers right out the gate. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So, hey, the more the merrier. That's what I say.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially if you're getting uh into it with them, and then they're being you're getting some resistance. So you always want that extra 1 or 2 officers there to help, because the more you have, the less likely somebody is to get hurt.
Right.
That's the idea. Now, does it always happen that way? No, it doesn't. But
Ain't
let
no
us know
such
what
thing
you
as a
think.
fair fight. You know what I'm saying? If it ain't no 1-on-1, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? If it's 5-on-1, okay, I'm good with that. 5 cops and
Right.
1 suspect, I'm good with that. That means it's less of a chance that I'm gonna get hurt because I
Right.
got 5 cops on 1 guy. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
And
I'm cool with that.
that's a good point, Scott. Scott says, and we know crowds have a tendency to develop too. Right.
Yep.
Anytime you have that commotion like that, curious minds want to know what's going on, and people start coming out and gathering around and interjecting their point of view. So it's good to have those extra police officers there to do that crowd control. So yeah, Scott, that's a good point. Um, so let us know what you think, folks. We're gonna wrap this one up for this evening. Let us know what you think down in the comments down below, whether the officers acted as reasonable officers. Excuse me. And yeah, this was all because of a check, right?
Yep.
No, it was because of his action. It wasn't the check's fault. It was this guy's actions fault. So let us know what you think. Delando, thank you for this video. We got another one lined up for you next week. It's gonna be a good one. So final words, Mike.
Thanks for joining us. I see you, Scott. I see Delando, Mrs. Taylor. I see you. Appreciate your goat. I see you. And Tone, I see you on here. You know what I'm saying? Thanks for joining us. Thanks for your comments. And we'll see you next time.
All right, y'all. Have a blessed and safe weekend. And we'll see you next week. Same time, same sandbox, folks.
All
God
right.
bless you.